What's up guys, hope you're good. Now, if you're struggling to diet at the moment, maybe you keep cheating on your diet, you can't stay consistent, maybe you're just tired all the time, or you're hungry, or you're miserable, or it just feels like a constant uphill battle 24/7, then you're likely doing it wrong. Because the truth is, if assuming you're above 10-15% body fat, dieting should not feel hard all the time. Because let's think about it, you've got so much excess food on your body. You've got body fat, which is just stored food for later, essentially. You've got so much of it on your body, and your body is very well equipped to be able to access those energy stores when it needs them. However, if you're not doing some of the things that I mentioned in this video, then yes, you are going to struggle. No matter what you do, it's going to be very difficult for you to diet and lose weight and eventually get to the sort of physique that you want. Because you can do everything right. Your training can be perfect, your lifestyle can be perfect, everything can be perfect. But if your diet is off and you can't stay consistent with it, forget it, because you're never going to look like you want to look. All right, so let's dive into it. I've got 3 tips for you, and within these tips there's like sub tips. All right, so the first thing that I want to talk about, the first 2 by the way, don't have anything to do with food whatsoever. I don't hear many people talk about these, but especially the first one is to do with your mindset. Okay, how do you think on a daily basis? What belief system do you have? For example, some guys think that eating bad foods gives them comfort. They're comfort eaters. So whenever times get tough, they turn to bad foods that they shouldn't be eating in order to make themselves feel better. But this, as we know, this doesn't actually happen, because you get a moment of like feel good in the moment whilst you're eating those foods, but then afterwards the guilt and the shame sets in, and then you tell yourself, oh, I can't do this, I'm never going to be able to do this, and it's just this cycle which repeats. Okay, so have a think about the belief systems that you have. Some people believe that all foods will make them fat, and so they just don't eat, or they make themselves sick after eating. Chances are that's probably not you, because you wouldn't be watching this video, but I use that example to try and outline some of the faulty belief systems that we have. Also, another point on just mindset is, what are the conversations that you have with yourself on a daily basis? Do you tell yourself you're worthless? Do you tell yourself you can't do this? Do you tell yourself you're not good enough? Do you really lack self-worth? And because a lot of people, a lot of guys, they want the physique to get some external goal, whether it's a loving partner or relationship or a family or whatever. But if you internally have something missing, there is nothing externally which is gonna fill that void or that hole. So what I do is I work on myself every single day. I work on my mind every single day, because I understand that my body really is just a physical representation of what's going on up here. It's a physical manifestation of my thoughts and my feelings and my actions. So rather than trying to change my body, I'm working on my mind such that I feel inspired to do the right actions. And when you're in just think about this, for example, when you're having a bad day, right? Having a bad day, everything just seems to piss you off. The traffic pisses you off, maybe the woman at reception pisses you off, or maybe they get your order wrong, and it just feels like everything is going wrong for you. On a day like that, and you're trying to stick to a diet as well, it's just not going to happen. Conversely, think back to a time where you're just having a great day. Everything is going so smoothly, everything feels so effortless. That is the power of being in a high vibrational state, okay? And we can all cultivate this. We all have a state that we're operating in all the time. And if you were to put it on a bar from 0 to 100, chances are a lot of you are probably somewhere down the bottom, and we just need to increase your vibration, raise your vibration, and then everything, not just diet, but whole of life will just feel a lot more easier and effortless. And instead of feeling like you're swimming against the current, it will feel like you're just floating with the current. All right. So how can you actually do this? It's all right, very well saying, yeah, you need to fix your mindset, James, but how do you actually do it? Well, I'll tell you what works for me, okay? Because especially if you're in a negative mindset and someone tells you just be more positive, that can just piss you off, you know? So I've been there myself, all right? So what I do every single morning as I'm getting ready is I put something on YouTube, something personal development related, something to do with energy, vibration, frequency, just something positive to put me in a positive state of mind. I'm doing this whilst I'm getting ready, putting my clothes on, having a green tea, etc. All right, so that's what I do. And then I go to the gym. 7 a.m. every single morning, I'll go to the gym or I'll go for a run. But 7 till 8 a.m. is sacred time for me. That is me time where I'm doing exercise. And why? Because I like to do exercise. Exercise gets my body moving. It gives me a sense of accomplishment for the day. I just feel better after exercising than I do beforehand. So that is what I do. And then also, you know, I'm reading books and I'm really conscious as I'm going throughout my whole day is what are my emotions at? Am I feeling negative right now? And if I am feeling negative, why? You know, I try and dig to the root cause of why am I feeling negative right now? Is it because I was thinking some negative thoughts? Is it because I have a desire to change the situation? And the more just sort of acceptance you can have for your current circumstance, and the more positive you can be, you will feel inspired to do the right actions. When you've got a high vibration, sticking to your diet will be so much easier. You'll have so much more energy throughout the day and you just actually want to do it rather than it feel like you're forcing to do it. All right, that's mindset. Tip number 2 is to do with hydration. Okay, and this is so simple, but so many people get this wrong and there's so much bad advice online about hydration. And the worst piece of advice with regards to hydration is just drink more water. I've got, you know, some coaches are recommending tracking how much water you should drink on a daily basis. I don't track water at all because just drinking water alone doesn't hydrate you. It actually dehydrates you. Because think about this for a second. You drink more water, what happens? You urinate more. And in your urine, it's not just pure water, okay? You're losing electrolytes, you're losing sodium, potassium, magnesium. So you're actually excreting minerals. And in order for the body to be hydrated, it needs the minerals as well as the hydrogen as well. So just drink more water is absolutely terrible advice. Some signs that you are dehydrated might be frequent headaches. If you're a person who gets frequent headaches all the time, the first thing I would look at, beyond anything else, is hydration. Because some people are just chronically dehydrated, just mild dehydration all the time. And that is just going to make not just dieting harder, it's going to make everything harder. It's going to make work harder. Your physical performance in the gym's going to suffer a lot. Your mental performance, just general well-being and mood and positivity, it's going to be extremely, just life in general will feel hard if you're dehydrated, okay? So what I do is every single morning I'll have a glass of water before I have anything else. I'll just have some water, high quality water. Think about this for a second. Our body is like 60 to 70% water. So the water that we consume, you want it to be high quality. Ideally, I'm drinking water from a glass. I don't like to drink water that's been stored in plastic. So get a high quality water. I don't track. I can feel when I'm dehydrated or when I'm not. Okay, I kind of just in tune with my body. But then with every single meal that I have, I'll have a high quality sea salt. Now what you can do is if you're extremely hungry and you have cravings, you can put a pinch of salt in your water and just drink a little bit of salty water. Just a pinch, like quarter of a teaspoon or something like that. You're barely going to taste it, especially if it's sparkling water. You won't taste it at all. But that can really help with cravings. And if you are dehydrated, it will help a lot. You know, think back to a time in your life where you thought you were thirsty, you thought you were hungry and you ate something, but it turns out you were actually thirsty and you just needed a drink. Okay, so we absolutely want to avoid that when you're dieting whatsoever. So that is point number 2, is hydration. So we got your mind right, now we're hydrated. Now the final thing that we have to talk about obviously is food, because it's a dieting video, we can't not talk about food. And when it comes to nutrition, although it seems very, very complicated, it's actually very simple. And there's 3 sort of levers we can pull when it comes to nutrition. First of all, the first lever is, what do we actually eat? Okay, because the foods that you eat, although you can hit your goals, that for example, there's people who are just eating McDonald's every single day and, oh yeah, as long as I hit my macros, yeah, you can lose weight, and that can work for a certain point, but is it going to feel easy? Probably not. Is it going to be good for your health? Probably not. Are you going to have much energy? Long term, definitely not. Okay, so we want to do this in a sustainable way, and to make it easy and effortless, you want to be eating the right foods. If I was eating a lot of bad foods, a lot of processed foods, it would be so much harder for me to just hit my calorie targets for the day, right? So in terms of what you should eat, I'm going to make it really simple for you. Did it grow in the ground, run on the ground, swim in the sea, or fly in the air, right? Meat, fish, eggs, fruit, vegetables, eat that. If it's something else, don't eat it. It's very simple. And if you do that, you'll find it much easier to stick to your diet. So that's what do you eat. The other variable that we can play with when it comes to nutrition is, when do you eat? Now for me, I had a client actually last week say, he's doing intermittent fasting, okay, but he's doing like an early intermittent fasting or time restricted eating where he eats at like 10 a.m. and lunchtime. He's doing breakfast and lunch, he's skipping dinner. And he said to me, you know what, I keep cheating around dinner time. And I said, yeah, I mean, I've tried that in the past and I find that more difficult as well, because most people are not cheating on their diet at 7 a.m. okay, but 7 p.m. is a completely different story. So why not save your calories for the later part of the day? Now, if you're dieting and you're trying to lose weight, my advice to you is to eat a few more meals. My advice is to skip breakfast, okay? Skip breakfast, you can have a green tea, it's got caffeine in, it's going to suppress your appetite, doesn't contain any calories. You can have coffee as well. Both of those things actually raise your metabolic rate and are going to burn a few calories extra, as long as you've got no milk in there or any calories or whatever. You can put a 0-calorie sweetener in them if you need something sweet as well, right? So you can do that. That's going to suppress your appetite in the morning. You're not even going to feel hungry, and then just have lunch and dinner, okay? And that way you're having fewer meals, so the meals that you can have are a little bit bigger, and even if you're in a calorie deficit, which we'll talk about in a second, you're still eating good meals and you should feel full and satiated afterwards, so therefore it should feel easy. Okay, so the other variable that we can play with is when you eat. Meal timings, meal frequencies. I would say largely it doesn't matter too much. Don't worry about the anabolic window. I had another client ask me like, is it not better to eat after training? Yeah, if you're a top athlete and you want to optimize performance to the highest degree, then yeah, you want to worry about that, okay? But for the average person who just can't even stick to their diet, the most important diet is the one you'll do and the one that you'll stick to, okay? So let's optimize for compliance. If you find it the best time of day for you to work out is in the morning, that's when you're most consistent with it, work out in the morning. If you find that the best time for you to eat your meals is later on in the day, after your work and when you've got time to just settle down and relax, then do that. Another point about skipping dinner over skipping breakfast is you miss out on a lot of social occasions. For example, if you say to yourself, I only eat breakfast and lunch, well, if anyone ever invites you out to dinner, what are you going to do? Go there and watch everyone eat? It's incredibly impactful on your social life. Whereas skipping breakfast, you know, it doesn't make a difference whatsoever. Even if I do go to breakfast, which rarely happens, to be honest, but I go somewhere with breakfast with people, I can just have a coffee and it's kind of normal. Whereas if you're sat at a dinner table, not eating dinner, it's a little bit weird. All right, so that's with regards to meal timings. One other thing that I would say is it's better to eat your meals when the sun is up. That's going to be more evolutionary consistent with our biology and how we evolved to eat. But apart from that, there's largely no rules. Don't worry about the anabolic window. My advice to you is pick certain times throughout the day and stick to them religiously. For example, for me at the moment, it's around my first meal is around 12 or 1 p.m. and my second meal is around 6. And that is so ingrained that I just know when I get hungry around 10:30, 11 a.m., I know, okay, I've just got like an hour or two to go before I'm going to eat. And it's not really up for debate then. I'm not thinking about, oh, should I eat now? Should I eat later? And there's all this like cognitive load and you're second guessing yourself. Just pick times of the day that work for you and eat at those times every single day, and your body will start to, it's a bit like your sleep. Like the more consistent you are with your sleep, the better your sleep will be. The more consistent you are with your diet, your body will just get used to it, so that you'll start producing the hunger hormones right before you're about to eat. And that is how it's going to feel so much easier. All right, the last point with regards to food, we've talked about what to eat, we've talked about when to eat. Now let's talk about how much, because you can do everything that I've just talked about in this video. You can do everything perfect, but if you eat too much food, you will gain weight. Okay, so goes without saying, you need to be in a calorie deficit, somewhere between 300 to 500 calories. You want to be aiming for around 1 to 2 pounds a week. I'd say if you're trying to do this yourself, maybe 1 pound a week. If you're working with a coach, you can go 2 or more. I've got some clients at the moment losing over 2 pounds consistently every single week, but they're absolutely dialed in. All right, so how do you work out your maintenance calories? Well, you've got to weigh yourself every single day and you have to be tracking. And you also need to know your macros as well, okay? And I know this brings up a lot of friction. People don't want to track, Look, it's easy. What I do, well, actually, this is not what I do, because I just pretty much eat the same meal every single day. But a variation of this, some people they can't eat the same foods every day. They just get bored, they just get sick of it. Okay, so if you need more variety, what you can do is come up with like 5 lunches, 5 dinners that you eat consistently that you like, and you pre-tracked all these meals, and then you add them into your tracking app that you're using, MyFitnessPal or something else, right? Add them into your app already, and then when you go to eat that meal, it's 2 clicks of a button. Okay, now if you're not motivated to click on a button on your phone, which you spend all day on anyway, twice, to track a meal that you already know the calories and macros for, then I'd really question, do you even care about this goal in the first place? All right, because it is not hard at all. It's just a mindset shift. Okay, going back to the mindset, if you believe dieting is going to be hard and a struggle, it will be. Just like some people believe that going to the gym is hard and they get sweaty and they don't like it, whereas other people, they go to the gym and if they don't get sweaty and it's not hard, they're not happy, they're not satisfied. Okay, so everything really ties back to mindset. All right, guys, so if you're struggling right now with your diet and you don't have the physique that you want, I have a coaching program. You work directly with me. You'll just be given the blueprint, you know, with regards to your training, nutrition, mindset, lifestyle. We'll get everything optimized. You'll have a roadmap from where you are right now to where you want to go, and I'll make it super easy and effortless for you. All right, now, one more thing. You want to be careful about eating certain foods at the same time. For example, there's a lot of advice online combining fats and carbs in the same meal. Is it making you fat? Should you actually do it? Well, I've actually made a video about that. You can go and watch it right there. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.